Hello. My thought for the day today is a teaching on anger. Do you ever feel angry at people? Anger is a very common emotion. What drives your anger? Something that drives my anger is not understanding why people behave in the way they do. So much of our anger is driven by an underlying fear. Fear of the unknown can lead us to become angry in defense. Feeling helpless can result in anger, for we fear not being in control. Fear results in people fighting one another, perhaps fighting for land or resources, for we fear not having enough for our own survival. Fear results in people threatening or intimidating one another, or lying and hiding behaviours, for we fear a negative consequence or punishment if we don't get the response we believe we need. Often we may feel justified in our anger. That person wronged me. That person wronged my loved one. That person wronged my people. And truly, anger can be used to spark change. But wouldn't love be so much more useful to bring about a lasting change, free from fear? In Matthew 5, verse 43, in the Sermon on the Mount, Jesus says, "You have heard that it was said, 'You shall love your neighbour and hate your enemy.' But I say to you, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you." So often, anger blinds us to seeing the reason why someone behaves in the way they do. We may be quick to judge and believe we know the reason and think, if I was that person, I wouldn't have behaved like that. But really, if we had been placed in the same circumstances as that person, gone through all the same things as they did, and received the same teachings as they had done, how can we believe we would have behaved any differently? Looking for the reasons people behave in the way they do can help us to calm our anger and see ourselves in the very person we were angry at. When we do not understand the full reasons, when we see a person behave in a way that harms another, instead of being angry at them for their actions, let us rejoice in that we were given the gift of love, that we might not fall to the same actions. And let us seek to pass on that gift of love to others. Jesus said, "Love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you, so that you may be children of your Father in heaven. For he makes his sun rise on the evil and on the good, and sends rain on the righteous and on the unrighteous." Love seeks to care for the needs of all, unconditionally. In the letter from James, chapter 1, verse 19, James writes, "You must understand this, my beloved brothers and sisters. Let everyone be quick to listen, slow to speak, slow to anger, for human anger does not produce God's righteousness." When we do not seek with our hearts the underlying reasons for a person's behaviour, too often we may hear their words but not understand the meaning. Two people may say the same word, but what each person means and understands by that word are entirely different. But when we seek an understanding through love, we can hear what the person means, even if we are divided across languages and cultures. When we do that, there will be peace on earth.